there has been some rumblings around the league about NBA star Donovan Mitchell, who the Lakers have been shown interest in, might be wanting out of Cleveland if things don't go their way this playoffs. And I do have some conflicting opinions on what the Lakers should possibly do this offseason. What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and before we get into everything that we have for today's video, guys, I want to bring your attention to something. There is 72% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who are not subscribed to the channel just yet, and if you guys want more of that Laker news, Laker reactions, trade rumors, game recaps, player analysis, just everything under the Lakers banner, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest so you guys do not miss any of it. Now, with that out the way, guys, let's hop straight into the topics that we have for you today. As is Donovan Mitchell on his way out? So Donovan Mitchell is definitely one of the more prominent star shooting guards in the league. He's really made a name for himself in Utah and then now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, but there might be some trouble brewing for him as it hasn't been the smoothest ride in Cleveland. While they have shown some promise with that young team, they haven't really gotten to the point where they are expecting to get or really past the second round, which is not as far as Donovan Mitchell's been in his career. But according to some reports, Donovan Mitchell might be looking to decline his extension and look elsewhere unless the Cavs make the finals. So that is a pretty big ask for a Cleveland Cavaliers team, a young team that hasn't gotten past the second round. And then also from that report, there's been some buzz around some NBA circles that if the Cavs aren't going to make the finals, then he will look to leave as a free agent and probably tell the Cavs team before all of that. So they might be willing to trade him before any of that season, because Donovan Mitchell is not only locked up for next season, but he does have a play option for the season beyond that. So he is kind of like tied in his contract for a couple of years before he can become a free agent officially. But this is some pretty big news for the Lakers' respect, as they have been possibly looking for some third star help here in the offseason, obviously depending on how things end for the Lakers season. And while be it the Lakers have been playing a lot better and they've been playing really well, that doesn't mean a guy like Rob Pelinka isn't looking to improve upon this team in any way he can see fit. And Donovan Mitchell has been a name that's been coming up for the Los Angeles Lakers for these past few months and even a little bit before. Donovan Mitchell, while I do think he is a very good player, and I do think out of all the players that have been listed and rumored, I think he's probably the best fit with his skill set, his ability to get downhill, his ability also to shoot the three as well, and then also play make a little bit about that. But I just think it's just not a really viable option for the Lakers, and that's kind of leading me to my next topic, is like how viable it is for the Los Angeles Lakers to obtain a guy like Donovan Mitchell and his services, because if you're trading for another star, which would be essentially another 3-star bill for the Lakers, you're gutting the rest of your roster to try to get a third star and hope that he kind of like takes that form and can really take charge on some days where maybe a LeBron James or Anthony Davis don't play or stuff like that. But just kind of on his tenure and just how things have been going in Cleveland, while he is usually generally more one of the healthier guys, he hasn't been super healthy in the seasons in Cleveland. So to bet on a guy like Donovan Mitchell, who is still a small guard, while he is one of the better small guards out there, he still is his size, and then athleticism and speed tend to decline as age happens. So if the Lakers do trade or try to trade for Donovan Mitchell, you are trading for an older guard. He's not old just yet, but like you will be trading for a guy who will be just declining with age and athleticism, and that's been a mainstay in his game for almost all of his seasons here. But if we look here at Donovan Mitchell's salary and like what he's owed to make the next couple of years. So trading for Donovan Mitchell, that's about $35 million. So you're going to need to match that salary wise. And for the Lakers, that means trading a guy like an Austin Reaves and probably even D'Angelo Russell or in some cases, Rui Hachimura in this deal, because you got to get the money to match if you're trading out this type of assets. And I don't think this is the best thing for the Lakers, because it is very hard to really find really good and really strong role players to help do their job and do some of the other things, because it's kind of some of the issues that the Lakers had when they had the Russell Westbrook build and them on their team. They just didn't have good enough role players to really be making those strides, really helping on some of like the smaller things like defensive rebounding, chasing after loose balls, doing some of the little things that role players can really thrive in, knocking down corner threes, just some of those things kind of like that. And the Lakers didn't really have that and with those teams, because they had all their salary tied up in their top three guys. So they would have to try to find a diamond in the rough like they did with Austin Reaves, and try to find just like other players that can try to help fill those gaps. But those are really hard to find, and when you stretch yourself that thin money wise, it is very hard to really really capitalize that. But I think the biggest reason why probably the Lakers shouldn't do that, even though I am a fan of Donovan Mitchell, the biggest reason right here is the man who's been just killing it the past couple of months. His name D'Angelo Russell. You guys all know him, and how he's been just tearing it up. 18 points per game on the season, 6.3 assists, shooting about 46 from the field and 42% from three. This is probably D'Angelo Russell's best career that he's having currently, and it's really shown. It's really helped the Lakers really get to where they need to be, especially on the offensive side of the ball. The way he's able to shoot the three-pointer, be able to be a decisive and strong playmaker, not only in the pick and roll, but just in early offense or just in different situations. D'Angelo Russell, with his high-level basketball IQ, has really made the Lakers a lot better. And not saying that a guy like Donovan Mitchell can improve the Lakers' offense. It's just you would sacrifice so much in other aspects of your team to get that level. And then once you have a guy like D'Angelo Russell playing at this level alongside some of these role players, guys like Hachimura, guys like Austin Reaves, guys even like Spencer Dinwiddie, all these role players are all playing their part and really helping shore up that Lakers rotation. And then that's where you don't have some of those holes. Say if you were to have a 3-star build, and if one of those guys, say whether it's Mitchell, Anthony Davis, or LeBron James, who all have had injury issues for the past couple of seasons, if those guys aren't healthy for an extended period of time, then your team truly suffers. And it's very, very hard for your team to really bounce from that. And your team is mostly the essence of those three guys, because not anybody else on that team really is going to be able to be good enough to afford to either take over the offense or do some of the things that they need to do, because you have to trade them out and try to get that salary to match. So if the Lakers are indeed looking at a Donovan Mitchell, they have to really look at the cost and what it means, whether it's gutting their team or gutting some of these draft picks, because you don't want to be deprived of assets and then one thing you know, LeBron James is retiring, and then next thing you know, you have an aging shooting guard, small guard even, and then now you don't really know what you're doing in the future beyond post LeBron era for the Los Angeles Lakers. So you don't want to be in that situation. So that's why it is very smart for them just to kind of like hold serve and see what they can do once the offseason hits, of course, because the Lakers right now, they have been rolling. They just beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, and so maybe Donovan Mitchell might be looking the Lakers' way, just like, hey, maybe this could be a team viable option. But for the Lakers' sake, I think it's better to hold off, see what they can, how far they go this season, and where things land, because that really is dependent on what the Lakers should do. But currently, as constructed, I think the Lakers should keep it as is and just roll with what they got. Definitely, if things change later in the week, my answer might change. So, but I do believe the Lakers have the right mix right now. It's just about getting the right guys healthy and playing the right guys at the right time. That's the biggest thing for the Lakers. But that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. But what do you think the Lakers should do? Do you think they should go after a Donovan Mitchell and try to add him to this team at the expense of losing guys like a D'Angelo Russell or Rui Hachimura or Austin Reaves. Just one or two. You're probably going to have to lose two of them. And then in some cases, you might have to lose all three. So do you think that would be a fair trade for the Los Angeles Lakers to make? Let us know down here in the comments. I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.